Mm-hmm.
The part that's fascinating to me is if you capture all inbound messages,
Mm-hmm.
can you sort which bot that goes to?
Yeah.
Because that's the primary use case in my mind. The way to describe it is the difference between, because if I can sort based off sales at somebody versus
Mm-hmm.
help at somebody, then I can also do different products. So I can have a landing
Mm-hmm.
page that has product one at
Mm-hmm.
thebulkguymarketing.com. And I can have a
Mm-hmm.
different landing page that has product two at thebulkguymarketing.com. And I
Mm-hmm.
know immediately if they clicked on that send an email,
Mm-hmm.
I know which bot to send, which product area to
Mm-hmm.
to respond with. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, definitely. With the recent update, and that's what's stopping us from way back. Right now, you're talking about the funnel.
Mm-hmm.
Now in the chat widget, you can in different funnels, I think the update was if you can use different widgets in different funnels. So now you can assign bots because right here, as you can see, I can assign different bots. Like if it's a buyer or pre-qualified, it's gonna use this bot. The questions that it's going to ask is going to
Okay.
be this. And it's
Okay.
gonna be this
But
one, blah blah. Yeah.
okay. So how do you decide?
Like from the top of my mind, you can do an if else here and then check for the email. If it's, you
Okay,
know,
show me. The thing is, I don't think it can see the email address. I don't think HighLevel can see the email address. So if you click on your trigger equals email,
mhm,
it
this one.
what that trigger is doing is bringing in every single email that comes into the system. I get that. But
Mhm.
if you put an if where your currently action is,
Right, okay. I don't want to destroy this. Let me
yeah,
try
don't
and
destroy that one. Build a new one.
okay.
Build a draft one, a test one.
Hmm.
You have some drafts, you have some tests, but now we have a new test.
Yeah,
So add a trigger,
okay. I'm just gonna do
contact
reply.
replied, but and the
Yeah,
chat
we
and
can do this.
channel is email. Scroll down, reply channel, email. Okay. Now you can, if you write if and the branch is to make one branch, say the help
Yeah.
branch, help,
Help branch.
and then contact, so it's not contact details, it's account details, but you can't access
Right,
account details.
right.
um so what you can do is replied message. So put in message replied, contact details, contact
This
reply,
one.
contact replied message, and include contains at
Mm-hmm.
first help desk. What is the name of your company?
Smart follow-ups.
At smart follow-ups. And if you write that, it won't
Like
trigger,
this one, right?
right? Help at smart. There you go. Copy that.
Mm-hmm.
Copy. And then now add a new branch and change it to sales. Replied message contains sales. And then click save. And and if I were to send those two test messages, they would all drop
Mm-hmm.
down the none branch.
Mm-hmm.
It can't see the, I mean, I can do the test, right? I would be willing to, if you're at, sorry, I
Mm-hmm.
forgot the name of your company again already. At Smart
Smart
Follow-ups.
follow-ups.
If I
Mm-hmm.
sent those two emails, is your Smart Follow-ups set up to receive emails?
No.
Okay.
I have a different.
Okay.
Mm,
So if you had the MXA and MXB on this
hmm.
domain, um, it still wouldn't work
Right.
because it, and it's the same. It doesn't matter if even if you're using a subdomain, which is the way they want us to do it. And so
Hmm.
instead of help at smartfollowups.com,
Oh,
even if you had help at
yeah, I think I know what you're
lc
saying.
dot smartfollowups.com, it doesn't matter what's after the at sign. The point
Hmm.
is the the if cannot see the part before the if can't see the header at all. It's only looking at the
Hmm.
mess. It's looking at the subject line and the message body.
Hmm.
It's not looking at the headers.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
and when someone types an email, you have no way to know what they're going to write in the subject line, and you have no way to know what they're going to write in the message body. What you do
That's
know
true.
is you know what email they send it to an email address.
Hmm. Yeah.
So even if you change
Yeah.
it from help at smartfollowups.com to help at
Hmm.
lc.smartfollowups.com, this filter still cannot see that header.
Yeah, it cannot. Hmm. Oh, yeah, that's true. I think that's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And here's another thing as well. Even if you have this all set up correctly, um, you can't receive cold emails.
Well, according to the help
Lim
documents, you can't.
In here you can't. Like
Why?
if in here, if you go to email services,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can only receive cold email to the one that is check here.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. So now I know
Yeah.
which one it is. So so for the purposes of the conversation, I've been using a
Mm,
generic at
yeah.
the business, right? Or I've been
Yeah, yeah,
using
that's
my
true.
example at the bulk guy marketing. In your case,
Yeah.
at smart follows. Well, now looking at your configuration,
Hmm.
if you it's demo.smartfollowups. So if you go
Yeah.
back to the the
No,
workflow,
if I add another domain here,
mm-hmm,
and then I put sales at smartfollowups.com or even sales at demo.smartfollowups.com, even if it's lined up, whenever they send to that email, and if this is the one that is set to be dedicated, you can't receive those emails.
right
You can only receive emails from this
to
another
the
domain if
if
they respond to your email.
right as a
Yeah,
reply.
that's yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah, so this right here right now on the workflow, I'm thinking that if they are, if you were going to send like an email here, cold email to, so let's
mm-hmm,
say this is the
mm-hmm,
dedicated domain,
mm-hmm.
you are going to receive the cold email. And if someone
No, no.
sends a
Okay, so now
cold email,
go back to the
yeah,
condition. Go back to the condition line.
uh-huh,
Now you need to change it from help at smart follow-ups to help at demo
yeah, mm-hmm,
dot smart follow-ups and sales at demo. And what I'm saying
mm-hmm,
is even like this, click save,
mm-hmm,
even like this, and we can test. If you don't want to test it, that's fine. But I'm so certain of this that I will test that I would test it. Um,
mm-hmm.
the filter doesn't recognize the header. So even with
Yeah,
this configuration, it still doesn't sort by help at demo.smart follow-ups.
true.
It
Yeah.
every email that goes in here is going to go to the none
Mm-hmm.
branch, even if I use those email addresses.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, because this is just it's just looking into the body.
Mm-hmm. It does look at the subject, but it looks at the subject and it looks at the body. It doesn't look at the headers.
Yeah, the headers, it doesn't. That's true. Hmm.
Um,
Hmm. Hmm.
and
Yeah,
that's
that's true.
and and therefore I still, when you say CloseBot is working, I'm saying I still don't. I understand the difference between a different agent that has different purposes.
Hmm.
Your help desk GPT can be
Hmm.
trained off of your help documents, off your troubleshooting, versus your sales GPT
Yeah.
is based off of your,
Hmm.
these are our services, this is our price
Right,
range,
right, right.
let's book an appointment.
Hmm.
When somebody sends an email to help@demo.smartfollowups, they want something
Hmm.
different than if they send an email to sales@demo.smartfollowups. Um,
Right.
if they send an email to, and if they send an email to Lou, that's a
That
message
should
to,
be different as well. Hmm.
right. Um,
Hmm. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. I'll have
yeah.
to play with that.
Okay.
But I'm certain that you're correct. That's
Okay.
true. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thank you
That's the
for.
only that's the only part that we're missing.
Mhm. Um,
Because if they can, we'll try and reach out to the devs and confirm if there's
mhm.
any update on that, because that's been, you know, that's the issue for quite some time. I'll ask Bryce as well if
Yeah.
they can, if they can do something. I don't know if they can. But
Yeah.
yeah, you know,
I've had a couple
uh,
conversations with Bryce, and
mhm,
frankly, if that was, if if someone was trying to solve that problem,
mhm,
I would be much more, they would have more, they would much more have my attention.
that's
Because
true.
so here's here, and because here's how it would play out in my world.
Hmm.
On my business card,
Hmm.
I would put a different email address than is anywhere on my internet,
Right.
right? Because if someone sends an email to the email address that's on my business card, I know that they met me in person. And
True.
how I would, and I sat across the table from them and drank coffee with them.
That's true.
My bot should respond to that person very differently than if it's a cold email off of my website.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, I understand what you're saying.